I am so excited for this episode because I get to share with you how I transformed my life in just 1 year, and it's thanks to this podcast. I started this podcast, I think, a year ago, so this is our anniversary if you've been following the podcast. Um, the podcast forced me to structure my life. Before, I used to wake up every morning like at 3 a.m., figure out what workouts I wanted to do during the day, and then at 4 a.m. go about my workouts, and then come back and begin to structure my day to start work. But when I started the podcast, everything had to change. Nothing worked the way I wanted it to work. So my days were getting pushed back rather than me waking up at 3 a.m. I started to wake up at 12 a.m. because I wanted to get things done before the next day. Listen, I was very, very sleep deprived. If you go back to those episodes, you could tell. Um, so I identified that the way I was functioning was just not working. So I decided to change it. One change I made, one simple change transformed my life. I decided to get a trainer that's going to focus on all that training that I have to do working out. I've been working out since 2016, every day since 2016 at 4 a.m. Yeah, that's correct. But it wasn't structured. So I just did whatever I felt was good because it helped my mind. But it didn't yield any, I didn't want to yield any kind of results because I felt like, okay, I just needed it for mental health. But now I'm doing it for strength training, right? And I'm doing it just to build stability and stamina. So what I did was I just got a trainer, and that just changed my life because I don't have to worry about training anymore, right? I just show up to the gym. Someone has already figured out what I'm supposed to be doing. And when I get there, I execute because this is also one of my character flaws, is that when someone holds me accountable, I push myself to the boundaries. If I don't have accountability, I do what I'm supposed to do. Like I can be consistent and I could do what I'm supposed to do, but when someone's holding me accountable, I feel like I have to live up to their standards. So that's also helped me by getting the trainer. So I identified that I needed structure. So I began to look for ways to structure my days. And then I made the decision that if I am going to continue to put out content for this podcast, right? I have to figure out what are the best ways for me to message on this channel that's going to be effective, that people are going to gravitate to. And one of those decisions was to actually get good lighting coming out of the window, because people are going to want to watch it more, because if they can't see me, they don't know what's happening. If you go back to the first episodes, you'll see that it was just audio. There wasn't visuals. So I made the decision to start with visuals to make my videos clear. I made the decision to even get a microphone. If you go back to those old episodes, you could hear my dress in the my dress in the mic. It was just shifty, like people couldn't listen to it for that long. So all these decisions I had to make like on the go, because when I decided to just put content out for the podcast, right, I just woke up one morning and decided this is what I'm going to do. And I haven't stopped since. I decided I'm going to put out an episode every Sunday, and I've been doing that ever since. And I have been learning along the way. There hasn't been time for me to pause and just realize that I'm making all these changes on the fly, and it's going to help me down the road. Just imagine if I've gotten this far in a year, how far I could go in more than a year. I'm still learning, I'm still growing, which is good. I have identified as I'm going, I'm identifying what it is that I have to change, and I'm making quick decisions because, I don't have time to, just focus on things that are not valuable, that doesn't help anybody change their life. I'm focused on just providing value to help people. This is my focus on this channel, period. And I just started to execute. So this is what I did with my life to change it forever. I identified, things that aren't going well in my life. I quickly made the decisions that this is what I'm going to do, and I don't go back on my decisions. This is also a character flaw that I have. If I make a decision now, I'm not going back to it. Regardless of if I feel I made the wrong decision, I just say, okay, we could just do it differently. I've already made that decision. That door is closed. Go another way. So that's how I make decisions. I make decisions. If I decide right now that something's not working, we're just going to change it. And if we change it and we figure out that it actually was working, I'm saying, okay, what are we going to do differently? But we're not going back that road because we have to keep going forward. That's how I function in my life. I don't go back, go forward. And then I just start executing, execute, because that's the only way you can ever add value in life. So this is how I changed my life. I changed my life by just identifying things I've been doing wrong, deciding to change, and then just executing that change and keep moving forward, keep moving forward. Look at the horizon and see where you're going and keep pushing. And I hope that you guys are doing the same. Just follow exactly what I'm doing and do it for your life. I don't know where you are in your journey, but if for me, I have years and years and years of knowledge, just applying knowledge and just using it way before I came online. So some things might seem faster for me to gravitate and execute because of the primordial programming that I already have, but it's okay. You can start right where you are to begin to identify things in your life that you could do differently and start deciding, changing, transforming your life. All right. Thanks, guys. I hope to see you guys next week. Bye.